exhale completely, all the way to the bottom of your lungs, all out. Do it again now. Just relax and let it all out. One more time, and this time hold your breath. When you have filled your lungs with clean, refreshing, relaxing air. Hold it in. Hold it in. Let your breath out slowly and feel yourself relaxing all over. I want you to imagine now that all your tightness, all your tensions, and all your worries and fears are draining away from the top of your head. Let it drain down through your face, down through your neck, down through your shoulders, through your chest, your waist, your hips, your thighs, down through your knees, your calves, ankles, your feet, and out through your toes. All your tightness, all your tensions, all your worries and fears are draining away now from the very tips of your toes. And you are relaxing more and more. Focus your attention on your toes now, and allow your toes to relax completely. Each toe is loose and heavy. Now let this relaxation flow into your feet, into your ankles, your calves, flow into your shoulders, down your arms, into your upper arms, your forearms, and into your hands and fingers. Flowing back into your forearms, your upper arms, your shoulders, flowing into your neck, over your face, your chin, your cheeks, even your ears are relaxed. Feel it flowing into your eyes and eyelids now. Your eyelids are so heavy and smooth. Your eyelids are so heavy and smooth. Flowing up into your eyebrows, over your forehead, over the top of your head, down the back of your head, and down the back of your neck. A new heaviness is starting in your toes now. Twice as heavy as the first time. Imagine a heavy weight on each toe. Feel the heaviness deep and even more relaxed. This heavy, deep feeling is going into your feet. Your ankles, your calves, your knees, going into your thighs, your hips, into your waist, flowing up into your chest now, relaxing your heart, relaxing your lungs, allowing your breathing to be more intense, more regular, more and more completely relaxed. Now the deep, heavy feeling is flowing into your shoulders and down your arms, your upper arms, your forearms, into your hands and fingers, and flowing back through your forearms, your upper arms, into your shoulders and into your neck. Flowing over your face, into your eyes, over your eyebrows, over your forehead, over the top of your head, down the back of your head, back of your neck. A new heaviness is starting now at the top of your head. Twice as heavy as before. Twice as heavy. Imagine a heavy weight on the very top of your head. Soft and relaxed and heavy. Feel the heavy relaxation flowing down to your face and eyes now. Down through your neck, your shoulders, flowing down through your chest, your waist, your hips, your thighs, your knees, into your calves, your ankles, your feet and toes, deeply relaxed, loose and limp, and comfortable, from the top of your head to the very tips of your toes, deeply relaxed, loose and limp, and comfortable, from the top of your head to the very tips of your toes. You've ever noticed that if you vividly imagine smiling, you can actually feel as if you are smiling. Or maybe perhaps just as if you might start to smile at any moment. This is something that has happened for the whole of your life, though maybe without you even realizing it. If you vividly imagine something, then you can feel as if it is happening or is about to happen. Sometimes it is so powerful, that feeling, that we can actually become anxious if we imagine something awful happening, even though it's nothing more than imagination. And in the same way, we can feel excited if we imagine something absolutely fantastic happening. Because imagination is so enormously powerful that it can let us drift to special places in our mind just by thinking of them. Think of a riverbank on a beautiful spring morning, for instance, and vividly imagine that you are sitting in a comfortable place, a small grassy mound, perhaps, and listening to the gentle sound of the water lapping against the grasses and reeds at the water's edge. You might imagine you can feel just the slightest of breezes playing against your skin, and feel the warmth of the sun on your head and shoulders. You can hear that breeze softly rustling through the new leaves on the trees that overhang the stream. as you gaze into the water, just watching the ripples of reflections as they shimmer with the gentle flow of the current. After a while, you become aware that a small wooden boat has stopped right in front of you, jostling against the edge of the bank. You can see the name Stream Drifter painted on the front of it, and you wonder why there's nobody on board. And even as you think that thought, you realize that it is here for you. It is here because you have imagined it here, almost without knowing it. Imagined it here so that it can carry you to a special place in your mind. You step easily into it and lower yourself into a comfortably cushioned seat. Looking around you for oars, or perhaps a paddle. And then you realize that this stream drifter obeys your every thought, so that you can float in any direction you want. You decide to just allow the gentle flow of the stream to carry you along. And after a little while, you lie back against the cushions and gaze at the leaves and branches of the trees as you float beneath them. You find yourself pondering on the absolute relaxation that you can feel flowing through your whole body. A wonderful feeling that nobody wants anything from you. Nobody is expecting you to do anything. And all is well in your world. You become vaguely aware that there is a waterfall around you. Yet you are somehow floating serenely and easily, observing thousands of droplets of water, sparkling with flashing fire like liquid diamonds, as they twist and tumble around you. You realize that you are beginning to drift gently down and down, somehow going deeper and deeper into your mind. And the deeper you go, the more powerful your imagination seems to become. Until it seems to you that you are at one with this tiny boat, the stream drifter that carries you so securely and comfortably. At one with the stream where it floats so serenely. At one with the trees and grasses. With the sky and the wisps of white cloud that just hang suspended in the clearest of blue skies. At one with the world, in fact, and completely at one with yourself. So comfortable within your mind and self that you scarcely notice the passage of time. Then you realize that you have drifted into a beautiful underground lake in a spectacular cavern with small streams trickling and splashing between exotic rock formations. this beautiful lake. You gradually become aware that there are openings around the walls of this cavern, each of them gently lit with subtly different colors. Limpid emerald in one, a gentle gold in another, an azure blue in a third, and a kind of translucent silver glow in another. And other colors too, that only you can see. You experiment with your thoughts and discover that you can steer towards whichever one you want to. So you choose the one that pleases you most, and soon find yourself enveloped in color and warmth as you just drift deeper and deeper and deeper still. Eventually, you emerge into another cavern, larger than the last one. The walls arch above you like a spectacular cathedral, clustered with what look like millions of precious gems. And there's silver and gold there too. And a feeling of being in a very special place that seems as if it ought to be familiar to you. And as you ponder on this thought, it dawns on you that every one of those streams that you could see before lead to this place, that no matter which one you had taken, you would still find yourself in this beautiful place, because it is in the depths of your own mind, in the part of you that knows just what to do and just how to do it, where just a thought can start the stream of ideas that later become a beautiful reality. I wonder how much deeper you will be able to go from here. Because the deeper you can go, the more you can begin to use the amazing power of that subconscious mind of yours. Because that part of the mind is so fast that by the time we know we're thinking a thought, we have already thought it and even started to do something with it. So if we want to be truly in charge of the way our mind works, we need to get all the way down to where thoughts are actually formed, all the way down to where our ideas spring from. And the further down we go, the more beneficial changes we can make. It's sometimes hard to know where the mind and brain join, if they ever do. Hard to fathom out whether our brain thinks a thought that our mind translates and makes sense of, or if everything is just in the mind, just thoughts, so that the brain acts upon the things we think to put them into action. Because every action starts with a thought. No matter what it is, it all starts with a thought. And of course you might believe that the mind is nothing more than the sum total of our experiences. Everything we have encountered in life Or you might have a feeling that there is something much more abstract than that. A feeling that our sense of awareness cannot really be properly explained. And however it seems to you is exactly right for you. And it's actually quite easy to make changes to these deepest processes of thinking. Those processes that make it difficult for us to do things we want to do. We just have to find a way to get down into the part of the mind where those lightning fast thoughts and ideas work. And when we get right the way down into that part of the mind, then we can create the seeds of new and better thoughts. Thoughts that will help you to achieve all the things you want to achieve. Now I want you to do a very clever and very special trick in your mind, or in your brain, whatever seems best to you. Just a trick of the imagination, where you have become smaller and smaller. Or perhaps you can imagine your imagination becoming smaller and smaller. So small that you can begin to observe your mind and brain actually working. And you might already know that the nerve paths that carry information around your mind and brain are called neurons. And each neuron is part of an amazing network of neurons that govern everything you do and everything you cannot do. Just imagining that network of neurons carrying electrical pulses of information for every split second of every day of your life. And the amazing thing is that everything in your mind is connected to everything else. So that when you think of something, that thought is instantly compared with everything else that you know and have ever known. And because you can imagine this so easily, you can imagine following one of those neurons all the way to the core, the part where everything is faster than the conscious mind. And when you have followed that neuron all the way to the core like that, we can plant seeds of ideas and concepts that are beneficial to you and to your well-being. You're in the slower part of those processes at first, which is actually the last part of the network, where reflexes and instincts have already fired, and decisions have already been put into action. And as you track back along that neuron, you come to a kind of junction, a connection point of hundreds of other neurons. You study it for a moment or two, then observe the direction of those pulses of information, and you quickly follow that path. And as you do so, you notice a feeling of somehow already going deeper into your mind. Excitedly, you track back further to find another junction. and this time you seem to know instinctively which path to take. Then another, and another, and another. Moving so fast, you realize that you have now almost become one of those pulses of information, twisting this way and that like lightning, navigating your way through this neural network with perfect accuracy, traveling even faster than the flashes of thoughts that race by you. Soon, you realize that you are in the very depths of your thoughts, in the part of the mind that knows everything about you. The things you like, the things you don't like, all the things you can do and the things you can't do. The place where every secret is kept. Secrets about special things that are yours and yours alone. You are in the part of your thoughts where the real you is. The uninhibited and totally natural part of you that makes decisions based on everything else that is in this place. And you realize that this is the place where you can add ideas and seeds of ideas, concepts that will be taken into account in your life, things that will allow you to make changes that are so profound, so perfect, that it will seem as if everything was always this way. And as you continue to relax, deeper and deeper, you can listen to me in the background. And as you listen to me in the background, you can understand what I'm saying on the deepest unconscious level. Many years ago, there was a prince that lived in a castle. And one day he was gazing out one of the castle windows, looking out over the land that his family ruled. And from his perspective, he could see people struggling. He could see people suffering. He could see people starving, while he was in this castle, getting whatever he wanted with the ring of a bell. The prince asked his father why things should be this way, and was told, the world is the way the world is. There's nothing you can do to change it. The prince wanted to know why not, and asked, what about all of those poor people? And we are so rich. Can't we help them out? His father didn't answer. The prince thought about his life. He had everything money can buy, yet he felt unhappy and felt like something was missing from his life. While many of the people in the town around the castle appeared to struggle and suffer, yet they would often be smiling and looking happy. That night, when everyone went to bed, The prince snuck out of the castle in disguise. He had to discover the answer. How can people be so happy with such miserable lives? He walked through the town and into the nearby forest. The forest was dark and eerie, and the night was still. There were shards of moonlight glistening down through the leaves of the trees onto the forest floor, shimmering a path for the prince to follow. Followed this unknown path to discovery and wonder, and was curious where it would lead him. As he continued to walk, the prince could hear noises of animals and birds moving in the dark. He could feel his heart beating loudly as he continued into the unknown. After a while, the prince found a clearing and saw a frog sitting by a pond. As he approached the frog, it started to talk to him. You are on a journey of discovery and wonder, and you can wonder what you will discover on that journey. The prince began to wonder as he continued to wander through the forest. He thought he could hear something behind him, moving in the dark, following him. He could see the foot of a mountain and wondered how he would reach the cave. Then, out of the dark, some tribespeople appeared. The prince couldn't understand what they were saying, but could tell they were friendly. They began to cut down some trees and build a ladder. The prince decided to help. After some time, they managed to complete the ladder, and the prince climbed up to the cave. In the cave was a flickering fire. He sat down by the fire, watching the flickering flame, and noticing how the light from the fire was dancing on the walls. As he continued to watch the flickering flame, he began to see things, and his mind began to wonder. Then, everything went dark for a moment, before he found himself resting beneath a tree. And as he rested beneath that tree, he began to discover the true meaning of happiness and life. And he knew that when you get hot, you enter a pool to cool down. And after a while, you need to warm up, so you go back out in the sun. He then got an image of the yin-yang symbol. Then, a coin flipping in the air. Then he saw a person struggling, and while the person inside themselves, and the part of them with the problem began to change how they were dealing with the situation. Then the prince saw people socializing and talking with each other. Different ideas and images drifted in and out of the prince's mind. And with each image, the prince was learning something new about himself that was beginning to change his life in ways he didn't yet know. And the prince continued to notice what seemed like random images until they disappeared, when his unconscious knew it found the answers. And when the time was right, he drifted back to that cave before climbing down the ladder and enjoying an adventure of learning and discovery. As he headed back to the castle, where he knew how the next day he was going to change his world forever and improve the lives of those in the town. image of yourself as you really are. See your image standing in front of you. See the quiet look of confidence on the face of your image. See the wonderful look of joy on the face of your image. Notice the healthy, trim body. Notice how peaceful, calm, and free your image is. I will stop talking now for 2 minutes while you give your image all the qualities and attributes you wish it to have. This is you. This is you. This is the real you. This is the person you are and are continuing to become. Now that this is the person you are, walk closer to your image. Walk closer to your image. Now, walk into your image. Let it blend into your very being. As a part of oneness, the great collective energy, you are a powerful, unique, and worthy vibrational being. And you are releasing any former limiting beliefs and impressions. You are now manifesting the most expansive possibilities, knowing that prosperity can happen at any time. And you marvel at the blessings of the universe. You know in your heart that the universe is now bringing to you your most cherished vision. and you receive into your vibrational essence all the love, joy, and abundance the universe has to offer. You feel the full power and love of your soul essence radiating throughout your being, and you know that your reality is an extension of the thoughts, words, and visions that you, as a vibrational being, eternally have complete freedom to choose. You are manifesting the most divine life imaginable. You are truly beginning a new chapter in your life. You are determined to feel upbeat and are finding new excitement in your life. You are finding new interests and finding new appeal. You are becoming unstoppably determined to take better care of yourself, the very best care of yourself. Learning and easily and cleverly and adaptively, finding and achieving new, brighter and better ways of loving yourself, taking the very best care of yourself, and finding newer and better ways to rise above any and all challenges from your past, and moving freely ever onward. You are powerfully and forever determined to do anything and everything that it takes to be brighter and upbeat. Not because I say so, but because it is the nature of your own unstoppable mind to do so. So you do. You are beginning to feel like old positive energies from the past are now emerging. You are beginning to take care of yourself the way an old and loving friend would. You are beginning to take care of yourself the way the most ideal and loving parent would a wonderful and beautiful child. Feeling divinely guided and unstoppably motivated. And this is only becoming better and easier for you in the very best and most unstoppable of ways. Now think about a new morning and a new sunrise. The golden white light of your sun always shines. This time, it's shining on you. You find new and better ways to lead your life, trusting the very true fact that life always has supported you, does and will support you in the very most amazing of ways. You may even find yourself saying this to yourself, and you'll feel great. For in this moment of deep relaxation, you come to a profound understanding. You've always either learned or succeeded, and in this and in every moment, you've decided to learn and to thrive in the most amazing and even imaginative of ways. And it feels great. You let go of the what-ifs in favor of the love and trust and respect you have for yourself in an endless and ever-growing supply. seeing things for how they truly are. In the past you have thought you stood alone, but in fact the whole world has been rooting for your success. And quite often you realize now, and even recognize, support has come your way, sometimes very unexpectedly, just when you needed it and when it was appropriate. You summon up limitless inspiration of all your past breakthrough moments, moments of victory, pride, empowerment, amazingly creative success, and you feel that wellspring of limitless power rising up, building up within you unstoppably. Now it is time that you improve your view of money. What is money? Some might say in reality, it's a form of energy. A representation of the energy that we are in our lives. The more energy you put out, the more it comes back. Just like a rubber ball a child might throw at a wall. The more energy expended, the more energy returned. You know the universe is full of energy. Energy immeasurable, going on and on forever, in immeasurable, undeniable, limitless supply. Feel your oneness with this energy now. You recognize it and embrace it, for it is you and you are it. You are guided by this energy that neither seeks nor tries. It just flows on and on in an endless supply. And so do you. You are trusting and flowing into all areas of your life. Trusting in the fact that your days of lack are over. You've begun a new and healthier and better chapter of your life. You know that, and you think clearly. Now even better than before. You follow your intuition, making the very best choices, as you've always done, doing even better now, giving yourself a break, even the benefit of the doubt, loving yourself the way the very most ideal parent would a wonderful, lovable child. You now have decided to nurture you above all challenges that may arise or not arise. You are super empowered and super inspired to relax into your life and to be your limitless very best. So now it is time that you improve your view of overcoming loneliness. From now on, whenever you are alone, you listen to the sounds of the world around you. You might hear noises, sounds of people, kids, happy birds chirping in the trees. In such a busy place, how on earth could one ever be lonely. Each and every time you are alone, you've deeply and unstoppably and completely decided to make those moments time for you to get to know, love, and appreciate you better and better. Better than ever. Being and becoming only your very best. You make the very best of relationships with yourself. And by doing so, easily attract only the very best of friends and people into your world and your life. Like some kind of people attracting magnet. You find the perfect relationship with you, and by doing so, create a powerful inner light, which in time attracts the perfect, wholesome mate. All of this feels so good. It just makes you smile, both inside and out. And right now, your courage builds, and everyone and everything around you can sense this level of trust, fearlessness, divine inspiration and guidance, most especially animals. You go anywhere with ease, peace, centeredness, contentment, relaxed yet powerful focus, easily able to rise above anything and everything that once ever stood in your way, even getting past you, and it feels so great. The sun always rises. Your light always shines past, through and into any and all darkness. You light up the world. And with just a few deep breaths, each and every day and night, your fear is releasing. You are moving forward, feeling great in every way. And as a part of oneness, the great collective energy, you are a powerful, unique, and worthy vibrational being. And you are releasing any former limiting beliefs and impressions. And you are now manifesting the most expansive possibilities, knowing that prosperity can happen at any time. And you marvel at the blessings of the universe, knowing in your heart that the universe is now bringing to you your most cherished vision. You receive into your vibrational essence all the love, joy, and abundance the universe has to offer. And you feel the full power and love of your soul essence radiating throughout your being, knowing that your reality is an extension of the thoughts, words, and visions that you, as a vibrational being, eternally have complete freedom to choose. And you are manifesting the most divine life imaginable. moment, I am going to count from 1 up to 5, bringing you back to ordinary waking consciousness. You will come back effortlessly and delightfully, experiencing yourself as clear-headed, with your energies alert and balanced. To carry on and have a wonderful day. All the learnings and resources and discoveries that you have experienced today are staying with you from now on, forever, radiating throughout your past, transforming your relationship to your past in such a way that your past can no longer limit you in harmful ways. All the learnings and resources and discoveries that you have experienced today are staying with you from now on, forever, radiating throughout your past, transforming your relationship to your past in such a way that your past can no longer limit you in harmful ways. Sense that happening now. Radiating out into your future to support you with new perceptions, new choices, and new empowerments as you move into your future, constantly discovering the expansion and purity of your own being, radiating out into your future to support you with new perceptions, new choices, and new empowerments as you move into your future, constantly discovering the expansion and purity of your own being. Sense that happening now. These new learnings, resources, and discoveries are alive and full of intelligence, and therefore continue to grow and generate new learnings, new resources, and new discoveries for your highest benefit forever. So now just relax into this wonderful new experience as it brings you back to a new, normal, waking consciousness. 1. Begin coming back. 2. Coming back more and more, easily coming back. 3. Coming back even more, wakeful energy moving through your arms and legs. Move your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Move your fingers and toes, coming back. 4. Breathe in deeply. Breathe in wakeful energy, waking you up completely, clearing your head, filling your body with waking energy. And 5. Open your eyes. Come fully back. Fully back. Breathe in wakeful energy and come fully back. You You are awake now, and you are manifesting the most divine